Alright y'all, Tigu here, and this is my second tournament ever. We've been quite out and about, but finally I'm back home in Houston, and I'm back on the good mic. Oh baby, can you tell? Just kidding. Anyway, so this is the second tournament ever. This is 2 weeks after, 2 months after my first tournament. The first tournament was in Houston, indoors, just a week after I started playing, and this is now 2 months after that. So now I'm about like 2.5 months into playing, and it's outdoors in California. What a change. So there are other matches, and I'm going to be posting all of them, but I just like to use this match as my whole like post-second tournament review, reflection, analysis, etc, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, this is a match against Chris. I thought this was a very good one because there's a little bit of everything, and there were quite a few good points in here. So just want to talk about like what I feel the difference in this like 2 months that I have gotten to play a little bit more pickleball. By the way, for anyone tuning in for the first time, I was pretty experienced in tennis coach, etc, etc. No, I did not quit tennis, and no, this is not a flame or bash pickleball or pickleball is easy channel. It's quite the opposite. I just find the challenge of trying to adapt to pickleball and play this game, it's just so freaking addicting, honestly. Like, it's having something where you see so much room for improvement, but you're like, I feel like I could kind of be pretty decent. Like, it's just so addicting, and it's so fun to be able to compete in this way. Anyways, so compared to the first tournament, I would say that first tournament, one of the biggest things that I talked about, one of my biggest gripes about how I played was I just couldn't trust my shots. And I was like, I didn't feel like I could let it rip, you know, I didn't know if I could control the shots. And I think like for that, it is literally time and having more strokes of the pickleball, if you will. Like, I just didn't know how the ball is going to react, come off the paddle, how it's going to feel, you know. And by this time, it's like I've got just a lot more time with the pickleball, and so I'm definitely just more comfortable with it, you know, like being able to create a little bit more angle. Just what a great, like, just staying there. Chris like just played some amazing points here, and yeah, just like being able to know what the pickleball is going to feel like, how a little bit more how it's going to balance and stuff. It just helps so much, and I'm a lot more confident in hitting my shots in this tournament compared to that first one. You know, the first tournament, it was really just like a let's just test the waters, let's just see where we are, like kind of what's my starting point, you know. And now it's kind of like I am kind of seeing with this tournament, it was like, let's see how far we've come since then. Like, are we playing better, you know, etc, etc. And I think one of the he just slapped that thing out of there. Another thing is, in this tournament, I was a lot more comfortable like coming up to net. In the first tournament, I was actually just like very nervous, very scared to come to the net. So I just didn't in like a couple of those matches, or as much as I should have. Whereas this one, it's like I am definitely more comfortable. However, tennis volley. But you know, one of the things is that in practice, you know, where like sometimes I play at the park, sometimes I play in the like, you know, public facilities, no, not public, sorry, like, you know, like the establishments. And it's just like I said in the previous video, it's very hard to find people to play singles with at those places normally. So even though I've been playing like 2.5 months of this time, I'm not exaggerating when I say I probably played singles only about 5 or 6 times out of in those whole 2.5 months. Everything else was doubles, which is still good for like getting the feel of the pickleball and everything and having more time on court. But in terms of like feeling yourself like stranded on the singles court, having the whole net to cover, that still feels a little foreign to me. So playing this tournament, I was trying to adjust to that feeling, but from like the first couple of matches into this match. This is the 3rd match, by the way, of pool play. So I'm a little like definitely more warmed up, definitely a little bit more kind of like in the groove, if you know, if that makes sense. I kind of noticed too with these competitions, it's like for me, I'm not like 17 back in the day where you just run on court and you're ready to go. I think I need like 2 games. Like, I actually need like 2 matches to warm up and feel like comfortable on the court. And that might be just as well with just being a little newer as well. I'm not sure if like, you know, you just are, you know, ready to go off a little bit more off the rip if you've played a little bit more. But look right there, a lot more comfortable just playing the kitchen and hitting like more pickleball. Ooh! That shot has kind of become like my signature shot, which is so random because that's not really my signature shot in tennis. It's definitely not. Look at that, pretty decent. A little banter with Chris's friends and supporters. That was always like fun. I really like how like back in the day in tennis tournaments, that is just amazing. I thought I like got out of jail there and I was gonna win that point, hitting that up the line backman. Chris was right there, just bam, and another great one. Back in the day, playing tennis tournaments, one of the things that I thought was most fun is when you have spectators and stuff. It just makes it a lot more like it's just fun, So this was I definitely like got that feeling again, which I just haven't got to have in a long time. So that was really cool. But anyways, in this tournament, like especially this match, it's just there's so many more good points. Like a couple of these points, like with my level where it is right now in this tournament, it's like I could not have done better for myself. You know what I mean? Like it's like I played as best as I could have in some of these points. Chris is just better, and like I couldn't do anything to win those points. Whereas in the first tournament though, it's like every point, like every point, it's like it doesn't really necessarily look like I know what I'm doing, unless it's just super obvious. But anyways, that point right there, the previous point where I hit that drop and then passed Chris, that is also something that is big. Like in that first tournament that I played, I talked about like just not understanding at all the different options in pickleball, like the tactics, whereas now I know that is an option. Still, I need to become a little bit more aware and like kind of calm on court so I can recognize what I can use. Because sometimes, like, especially like I'm saying, in that first match that I played, I was like battling nerves literally half the match, and I wasn't able to like even think about the shot selection so much. I'm like just trying to hit my shots because I was so nervy. And I think that's definitely going to be something that is going to improve with just more competitions, to where it doesn't feel like it's such an occasion. Like you really need to show up because you don't play that often. So I definitely want to play a little bit more just to like help with the nerves, so that is definitely something to take note of. But yeah, it's just like choosing the shots. You see, like some of the shots I'm trying to hit hard when I'm not in position or not in a good spot, and they just sit up, and Chris is able to really take advantage. Ooh. Talk about getting comfortable with the kitchen, a little too comfortable. Good. Chris's freaking friends encouraging me, making me not feel like absolute shiz. But yeah, talk about match point too comfortable in the kitchen. But anyways, guys, that's it for this one. If you saw the previous like tournament video and you see this one as well, just let me know what you think about in terms of like improvement. Let me know what you think I can do more, and I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.